Hi folks, this is Applied Calc 2 Checkpoint Quiz 10. Hold back the tears. This is the last checkpoint quiz of the semester. So we start off with number 1. We're given a profit in thousands of dollars realized by a contractor building X single dwelling houses and Y condominiums is given by this function. Part A. If there are no restrictions on the number of single dwelling homes and condominiums, find the maximum profit attainable. How many houses and how many condos should be built to realize that profit? So part A is a straight up optimization problem. We have our P of X, Y. So we can go looking for our critical points. So we're going to find Px and Py. So Px is the partial derivative with respect to x. That's 20 minus 2x. Py is the partial derivative with respect to y. Since these partial derivatives exist everywhere, the only critical points I'm going to get are by setting them simultaneously equal to 0. So I need to find x and y that makes both these equations true. The algebra turns out to be very nice to us. The top equation gives us x equals 10. The bottom equation gives us y equals 20. So the only critical point we have is 10, 20. Now since we have only one critical point, if it turns out that this is a relative maximum, then we can conclude it's going to be the absolute maximum. So we've got a critical point 10, 20. So we need to take the critical point 10, 20 and we need to look at what's going on with the second partials test. So to do the second partials test, I need to get the second partials. I know that Px is 20 minus 2x. That means that Pxx is negative 2. Pxy is 0. I know that Py is 40 minus 2y. So Pyy is negative 2. And Pyx is the same as Pxy. That's 0. So I put this together to get my D. Pxx and Pyy are both negative 2 minus 0. And so I get my D then is always 4. So my D is 4, and what's important about that is bigger than 0. Now I check my Pxx. The Pxx is always a negative 2, and what's important about that? That that's less than 0. So that means that we have a relative maximum. At 10, 20. So since 10, 20 is our only critical point, and P has a relative maximum at 10, 20, we may conclude P has an absolute maximum at 10, 20. So what does this mean? X equals 10. X represents the number of single dwelling homes. So it's 10 homes. Y equals 20. That corresponds to 20 condos. So you build 10 homes, 20 condos. What's the profit? Well, the profit, X is 10, Y is 20. You got 20 times 10 plus 40 times 20 minus 10 squared minus 20 squared minus 200. So we get 200, we get 800. We're adding those together. So that's 1,000 minus 100 minus 400 minus 200. So we have 1,000. So minus 100 is 900. Minus 400 is 500. Minus 200 is 300. So is the profit $300? No. The profit is in thousands of dollars. So the maximum profit is $300,000. And so that'll do it for part A.